A very, very warm good evening. It's a late night live watch along here on my channel, Arunfoot. It is the Indian under-23 national team in their second AFC under-23 qualifier against Qatar. And we look forward, hopefully, to an interesting and successful game for India, hopefully. Then India started off with a 2-0 win against Bahrain. And here on my channel, Arunfoot, I welcome you all for this watch along. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think will win? It's going to be one of those questions from my side that I'll ask you all. And yeah, let's discuss, let's talk. Meanwhile, there is a meeting going on at the All India Football Federation, an online meeting in regard to how to take things forward in regard to the tender in regard to the ISL. So let's see when there is some information on that coming out later on today. And match kahan dekhe, there is the platform called, one second, what is it called? It's on Alcas 1. So that's the channel. Yeah, Alcas 1. So therefore, search for Alcas 1 and then you will find something. I don't know if you've got the same. I think I've got something else here in Germany than you guys have in India. So yeah, that's something that you would have to check. But again, welcome guys to returning to the channel, and we're talking about this game, about this India under-23. What can they do, what they can't do. And I'll quickly go to the lineups that Naushad Moosa has picked for today. And that is, one second, let me give you, where is this? Oops. One second. That is where you can get it. Yeah, quickly looking at the lineup that India has decided to kick off. It's the same as against Bahrain, and it has Salipunia in goal. At the heart of defense, Bikash Jungnam, Ramvier, wing-back positions, Ricky on the right, Harsh Palande on the left. We have Fanai as well as Namte in defensive midfield. MacArthur Nixon joins them or might be playing just in front of them. You then have Mohamed Suhail on one wing, Mohamed Sanan on the other, Mohamed Sanan on the left, Mohamed Suhail on the right. And as a striker, Parthiv Gogoi. So it's going to be interesting to see how Parthiv does today up front. Yeah, that's going to be the question for him to answer. Mohamed Suhail, we've talked a lot about him in the last few days. Brilliant goal for him and for the national team. Oh, this looks awkward. Why does this? Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to seeing how he does today. A lot of hype and interesting, again, female referee for this game. And Qatar surely go into this game as favorites. 13-0 in their first game against lowly Brunei. Yeah, I'm interested to see how we do in this game. Kundan asked predictions. See, Kundan, there are two sides, as I talked in my life yesterday. There is on one side the head, where you think, I know realistically Qatar is better than us. The heart says I want India to win, but the head says that the head says Qatar is going to win. The heart says I want India to win. But I also know that a draw most probably is enough for us. So therefore, that's an interesting one for us. If we can get somehow a draw, because I'm predicting that in 3 days we're going to beat Brunei, then that would mean so therefore that's it. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens, and yeah. Any scouts following this tournament? Because now I don't know if scouts are following this tournament or not. Again, today it's all data driven, but these are all teams where normally you wouldn't actually do international scouting per se, right? The Qataris play only in their own league, and the Bahrainis also, if at all, venture out to Gulf countries, and even India, Bahrain are not perceived to be good enough. And wow, that's crazy. Lovely stadium, but it is actually factually empty. Abdullah bin Khalifa Stadium again, and let's hope we can pull this off somehow. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we do in this game. Let me know what your predictions are, what you guys think, what you guys hope, what can we do, what should we do, where are we in this game, as I say. And to me, so therefore that's going to be interesting, and yeah, let's see what happens, and let's see what will happen in this game. Again, I'm hoping for something positive for us, but again, we all know that these kind of games are tough, and yeah, going to be interesting to see how we do, what we do. And I said once more, the lineup, as you can see here on my screen: Sahil in goal, Bikash Jumnang's captain, Namte, Pramveer, Sanan, Parthib, Harsh Palande, Makathan, Suhail, Fanai, and Ricky in the starting lineup. It's the same. India have kickoff in this game, and it's going to be interesting to see how we manage this whole situation, and how we can handle it. Will Qatar be really on us, or will they allow us to play? I'm interested to see in this. So as we have kickoff and in this game, and let's see. How do the Qataris play? How do we play? How does this game progress? Because yeah, that will be interesting today to see. A lot will depend on how the Indian players do. If we draw this match, we will win today. Mank, yeah, a draw is very valuable for us. So let's be very, very clear. A draw would most probably mean 7 points, and 7 points, if you've got the top second place teams moving into the final round, that means that I think we would be, would be amongst them, I would guess. And therefore, the hope is that it works for us, and that's going to be the challenge. But let's wait and see. There's a lot of pressure going to be coming on our defenders, on our defensive players, and that's going to be the real test for us. And I'm really hoping that the win against Bahrain gives us some sort of confidence to be able to do something. And as the Qataris clear the ball forward, try and combine their way forward. India clear in the midfield. To Mohammad Sanan, back to Harsh. Maybe one of the Indian players can get it. Yes, Parthib Gogoi picks up the ball nicely, plays it wide to Mohammad Suhail. Okay. Interesting to see what we're going to. But it will be very, of course, it will be tough, right? So if we think that this is going to be an easy game for us somehow, no, it won't. And why am I showing the wrong banner? Sorry. That is surely given. Mohammad Sair with the first attempt, just over. Yeah, very interesting to see what we can do. And the challenge is on us. Ball out from the Qataris to the right. They will try and play their game. And luckily, that cross goes behind the goal. Directly, sorry. And yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if you're having also some problems with the live stream. I mean, the video starting and stopping somehow. So to see how India handle this pressure, trying to combine again. Mohammad Said can't keep the ball in. Let's get the play amongst themselves in the back line. Get that on the left. And they're trying to close down the players. And they earn a throw in. Qatar trying to attack India. Ball out to the right. Again, a problem with the stream on my side. It's a little bit of a delay. Abdul Haq, it's on Shoof, a platform called Shoof Alcas 1, which is showing the game. As Qatar combine once more on the right flank. If Naushad Moosa qualifies for the Asian Cup with these boys, it will boost for Indian football coaches. Roshan, I think this generalization doesn't work. Then will you then on the other side say that there are problems with Indian coaches because of the performance of the senior team? So I don't like these generalizations. I'm not a fan of these generalizations, if you ask me. But again, it speaks for Naushad and his ways of doing things. And so therefore, I hope he achieves, as I said multiple times, I hope he achieves it. And then we'll see what happens. I don't know if you guys are experiencing problems with this live stream from Alkas, because it seems to be jumping back and forth here with me. I don't know what you guys are experiencing. If you're watching it on Alkas. Mine is a little bit of jumping back and forth. You got to say, you can use Google, or you have to sign in. Certainly, that's a given. Yes, Ochut, if you want to be watching that game, you got to sign in. But I feel I don't know if you've got. Now I'm back in the normal mode, I think. Yeah. Sorry for that. Seems to be a problem with the stream. Now I seem to be in the proper mode. So still goalless. McCarthan getting a little of ice spray. So therefore, yeah, you got to sign in. Yes. Youth, Ami Bhalachi, I'm good. Welcome back to anyone who's watching. And at this moment, yeah, 0-0 after 10 minutes. My stream is causing problems today. I don't know what is happening. Are your streams okay? Is your Alkas channel 1 stream working properly? Because mine is just literally jumping around from minutes. Suddenly it was, again, I've got a repeat of the 2nd minute, repeat of the 3rd minute. Now we repeat of the 7th minute. I don't know what's happening. And now we're in the 12th minute. I don't know. Just let me know, guys, if you are having a problem or you're watching this without a problem. Now we're in the 12th minute, so that should be the normal chain of things at the moment. As Qatar is building up from the back once more. And interesting, of course, in this team is that they have a lower level Spanish team in which some of these players are playing in the Tercera. They were relegated from the Segunda. So that's an interesting one. Ball in the middle, cleared by India. Corner for Qatar. Cleared again with a header. The Qataris keep the ball in. Ball into the box, but way over. So that's the thing. Is it must-win match? No, Youth, it isn't. To me, if we can get a draw, that is as good as a win for us, because I think with a draw, if we can get a draw today, I guess we're going to beat Brunei in 3 days, whatever the result. Then we would move to 7 points, and I think with 7 points, we would be one of the best second-place teams, if that is what is counted, even if it's only, so that's for me, works. But again, we'll have to see how things, so to say, progress. And for me, that's going to be the big question. But to me, isn't ball into the middle dangerously cleared by the Qataris, but foul given. Parthiv Gogoi could have done better there. And meanwhile, in the other game at the moment, Bahrain is winning 7-0 against Brunei. So the other encounter in this group, clear-cut lead for Brunei, for Bahrain against Brunei Dar es Salaam. As India tries to build up. Foul from India. Your prediction today? Oh, that's a good question. As I said, my head says Qatar's going to win. I'm fine with the my heart says with the draw, or if we could win, ideal. But again, a draw would most probably be enough for us. So I take the draw. Chance maybe for India to break on the counter. And so far, even game, no real chances at both ends. Maybe that Mohamed Suhail long ranger attempt. As India clear their lines. I would think a draw would be enough. Yes, Roshan. I think that if you can win one, if you can draw one, I think that would be more than enough. These are all groups of 4, right? So therefore, for me, just 1 second. Let me just once more go through the 44 teams, 11 groups, 11 group winners, and the 4 best second place teams. So I think if you can get 4 points, let me check the second placed rankings at the moment. Oops. Okay, no, some of them have 6. Yeah, so 7 points should be enough. 7 points will be needed if you want to be on that. Yes, Qatar will be a hell of a match. And again, both the teams are trying. The Qataris, good attempt, good save there from Sahil Punia. As we are watching this game, corner for Qatar. From the left, from their captain. Into the box. Ooh, missed by everyone in the middle, luckily. What is missing in for Qatar? They conquer. It's a good question. Murali, if I would know that, I would pass on that info to the Qataris and become very, very rich. I think football is not predictable. You can spend a lot of money. You see the Qataris, you see the Saudis, you see the Chinese. It is not only about money, no? Yes, there are only groups of, and that's a goal for Qatar. In the 18th minute, 1-0 for Qatar. Mohialdin with the goal for the Qataris. Corner, header, awkward bounce, and it bounces above everybody. And that gives Qatar the lead. No chance. Even if someone was turning on the line, I think it would have been difficult. And that's the lead for Qatar. Poor defending. Not lack of quality. It's not poor defending. It happens in corners, right? Otherwise, these goals wouldn't happen. So therefore, I wouldn't say it's either. It's just in this situation, Qatar is very, very lucky to find that gap. Oh, cleared by Sahil. Very important, because the striker was charging out. And now it's going to be interesting to see what Naushad does, because now he and his team are under pressure, because I don't think 6 points will be enough. India will need to now play for at least getting or trying to get a 1-1 at this moment in time. That's going to be the challenge. And that's the difficult part here. Oh, Panvir working himself with the and Qataris continue to attack. Couldn't watch the Bahrain match. Challenging our defense. Yes, they were. There were chances at both ends, even though I would say we had better chances. We could have scored maybe 1 or 2 more goals. Can India come back? Banjab? Yes, because so far it's been an even game. So therefore, it is all possible. The question is, it's 1 goal, right? So therefore, you can't open up too much. If you open up too much, the Qataris will use it for themselves and score a second. We have to be smart now. And that is, I think, the challenge for this team, for the squad, to be smart in our gameplay. Right now, counter-attack need is do or die the match. No, I don't think counter-attack. We need to be smart and then try and play our game as we did against Bahrain. I think that's the need of the hour. Qatar with an 18th minute lead. That's going to be now the question, that can we turn things around in our favor? And that's going to be the big question now. As we will have to prove that we are in a situation of, that we can challenge in this Group H, because that's the main question. As India try and combine at the back. Tanvir. The Qatari left back nicely takes the ball down, directly goes into a counter-attacking move, takes on his winger. As Qatar calmly, quietly play the ball amongst themselves. Yeah, India will now have to try and find means and ways of getting the ball from the Qataris. That is going to be interesting. A ball through, and Sahil comes out. Sahil Punia has done well, I would say, in the first match, and also today. That goal, no blame on the keeper. You've seen striker Asian senior in whatever U23 team. Murali, Partip is a talented striker. Do we have an issue? I don't think we have an issue, because we have midfielders and wingers. That's a yellow card on Pramveer. That is not good for the young centre back from Punjab FC. I don't think we have a striker issue, but we will have to figure out how we're going to play in this. And that was the hand stuck out. Not a nice one from Pramveer. Exactly knew what he was doing. So let's see. Free kick for Qatar, again from the captain from the right side now. He's going to try and curl it in with his left. Challenge for India. The referee has a word with both the teams. No pushing and shoving. No, it's with the right foot into the box, into the danger area, cleared by India. First time. Qatar put another ball into the box. There's a header, but that goes luckily looping over. It stays 1-0 for Qatar. And Vikas Yunnam doesn't get to it. As the match continues. And guys, we have to speak of Mohammad Suhail, and they're showing the Indian fans in the stadium. Mohammad Suhail certainly with the goal. There are players who could do something, but I'm not sure. Corner for India in the 24th minute. And they're showing the fans, the Indian fans at the stadium. And again, I've got waiting to see what happens as India looks to take the corner. Corner comes into the box, headed on, cleared by the Qataris. But back with India, play to the last man. Cross to the right, ball into the box. Could be a header, no, cleared by the Qataris. Now we have to be careful because there's a counter-attacking move for Qatar. And again, they are buffering. This is not good today. I think too many people are watching that live stream from Alcas from around the world. I guess they didn't expect so many people from India to watch it. Yeah, there is buffering going on. Sorry to say, guys. I don't know if that counter-attack. Good evening, Simon. Qatar leading 1-0. Actually, even game. But yeah, the Qataris are dangerous in their set pieces. Ooh, lucky chance for India to break, but back with the Qataris the ball. Now it's very interesting because we have to now chase the game because I think a draw will not be enough. A loss today will not be enough. India will need a win to try and get onto that 7 points. A draw would be what we need at this moment in time. As the Qataris build up on the right once more. And it is buffering up. Free throw in India. Naushad Moosa in a very thoughtful pose. Number 17 gets just told off by the ref. Clear the ball earlier. As we look to see how India can do, but Qatar have the ball, combining amongst themselves. We need to do more now to try and get out of this. They're allowed to play. Oh, that's a good ball. Free man. Luckily didn't have a good touch because Shunam a little too far away. Shot from the Qataris. And way over. From the number 6. People equate success in football, money, good grassroots structure, and you get success, but when come to that, you're completely different. Osman say we don't have structure like Murali, again, this logic of your success is built on money, on grassroots, on good youth, on good coaches, on good structure, on good federations, on this. You just mentioned Nigeria, take the whole of Africa. It works, right, for them. So therefore, yeah, we don't need to have that conversation, I think. Qatar is just too quick for us to handle. Might as well use Bikash and Pambia's physical presence to break their lines. Yeah, difficult. So that is, I think, if you Pambia is using physicality, but he already picked up a yellow card. So that physicality aspect to me, not going to work. And the Qataris are quick turners. They're good technically, right? Good with their passing. And the referee has given another foul in the middle. Fanai this time. Will Qatar have more ball possession? Moralia. They 100% will have much, much more ball possession than us. That is not a question. And very interesting stat. After 26 minutes, no fouls Qatar, 5 from India. as we wait to see what happens. Free kick, Qatar. Sahil is getting his wall in place. Important is that India don't concede anymore for this time at least. Stay in the game and then try and build on that. Free kick for Qatar, about 35, 37 yards out, but nice curler, but luckily way over. So far, more chances to the Qataris, but again, luckily not too many on goal. So that's a good one for us so far. A chance for an Indian counter-attack. Do the top two only qualify, or is there a best third place row? No, Simon, only the top team qualifies from the 11 group qualifiers, and the four best second place teams make it to the final round. And therefore, for India, very, very important today to try and get a draw. If India can get a draw, they would go to 7 points. I think 7 points should be enough to get to the final round. So therefore, that's the problem that we have. And so therefore, that's something that looks likely to be looked at and discussed. As once more, sorry guys, today it's a little difficult because I think the Alka stream is being overwhelmed by Indian football fans because the stream is buffering again and again today. I'm sorry for that. Normally, Alka's always actually a very, very good source. But again, we're lucky that we're able to watch or try to watch this at least. Sorry for that. Goal difference matters. 2, India have to limit Qatar to almost 2 and hope to score 1. So for me, again, 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, even a 2-0 is good. The question then is how many goals can India score against Brunei? Bahrain were leading a little earlier with 7. Let me just quickly update and see what the result is over there. As the two teams try and figure out a way. Still showing. Let's see what. Again, buffering. So Harijan is not. Akash. Just to show you once more, this is our starting 11 with Sahil in goal, Bikash and Pambir at the heart of the fence, Harsh Patre on the left, Ricky Hobam on the right. India trying to clear, we have Namte and Fana in defensive midfield, and McCartan in front of them as a sort of a number 10, Suhail and Sanan on the wings, and then Parthiv Gogoi as our striker. So that's the starting lineup for us. Is Qatar most physical side? Because we Indians often face this issue when we struggle. Qatar is actually not that physical. They're very technical, Any technical player you watch on the side? No, Murali. No, I haven't, in the sense of that I'm having problems with that. But again, India will have to try and find ways. Again, Qatar, as expected, has more of the ball. Slip there from the player will luckily not get to the ball. Slip there. And the Qatar is clear. And the Qataris are not happy about it, although the head coach. Yeah, at the moment, it is about how can we continue to play in this game and try and figure out means and ways of creating problems for the Qataris, creating chances and opportunities. Foul. Mohamed Suhail trying his best, but limited impact so far because their left back is doing a very, very good job, and there was a little nudge that can be given as a foul. 36 minutes now on the clock. And that is the challenge for India. 35 minutes, sorry, on the clock. So that's the challenge for India to try and, yeah, on one side, stay in the game. Right. So India trying to create something. The Qataris steal the ball. Attempt, luckily, aimed only at the keeper by their captain. India needs to be careful in these situations. That is the challenge, so to say. With these games, India needs to stay in the game. Where do you place Qatar in Asia? Because top place occupied by Japan, Korea, Australia, Iran. See, Qatar are the champions of, double champions of Qatar. So if you look at that point, the Qataris are amongst the top nations, right? If you look at World Cup, then you do something different, right? Evening, Welsian, looks like the boys are missing opportunity they are getting. Welsian, it's not about opportunity they're getting. I think there is a, again, if I like it or not, this is the reality of where we stand. If someone thought that we'll go in there and we will sort of play and dominate the Qataris, sorry, again, we go back to the topic of La La Land, right? And this is reality of where we stand at under 23 level, compared to the best, not the best, maybe, yeah, still amongst the best in Asia. We are not there. We have to be honest for that, and that is our challenge, and that is something which if I like, you like, we like, that's the reality of things at the moment. So therefore, for me, let's hope again. Today, it's not about how good or how bad we are. Today, it's about somehow getting now a goal, not conceding a second, and then staying in the game. That is the most important thing at this moment in time. That India needs to figure out as the ball lands with throw in, headed on. Qatar is somehow clear, and there is a man down, and the referee stops it. I think two players banged their heads. Try to clear. Oh, not banged their heads. It was the knee. Is it the knee? Yeah, it's the knee against the head. Always dangerous. And there the concussion protocol comes in. And the referee has to stop the game. And he does it. People who says we better football instead and then you felt no clue whatsoever. Well, it happens, right? I know certain things. I don't know everything. I can't know everything, right? I mean, if I knew everything, impossible. First of all, it's impossible for me or for any human being. But yeah, I do know stuff. They're showing once more the goal. Headed to the ground and there were two Qataris. And again, India couldn't get to it. Yeah, sad to see. And centre back got their treatment up again, standing. That's always important. It was dangerous with these head injuries. Referees are asked to especially look at them and be careful that nothing untoward happens. And once more, also a reminder, those of you who are watching, if you're liking the conversation, if you're liking this video, do share. Let other people be part of our conversations on Indian football. And also subscribe if you haven't. 2,888 at this moment in time. Thank you very much. It's only 2,900, 3,000. Guys, I need your support. People who says, just done that, sorry. Sarpunya clears the ball. 40th minute, 1-0 to Qatar. Kick it short again on that right flank. quite active on that right attacking flank. Ball in the middle. That could be dangerous. Shot attempt blocked twice. Careful. Oh, tried to clear it and lucky. Shot over goal. Naushad, Moosa, Noel Wilson, the two former Indian internationals, having a conversation on the sidelines. Any instance you felt lack of knowledge, people occupying key area, does decision killed a progress in India's continued? Now it would be different. Well, yes, we've had this conversations a lot of times, yes, but again, at the moment, Indian arrows surely would have helped. How much it would have helped, I don't know. Again, this kind of match, because this is a level which is normally above us. So, we treat this as a cup game, I would say, and try and get something out of this. And let's see what we do so far. India trying to attack. Mohammad Sanan for once beats his marker. Can he get a cross into the box? There are only 2-3 people. Good one. And their left back once more. Does well. But Fanai, into a blind spot. Maybe a chance. I think that was Parthiv Gogoi. Opportunistic attempt from Parthiv, where Fanai put the ball forward. Parthiv was not offside. Yeah, maybe he should have tried an attempt goalwards rather than trying to cross it in, because he is the number 9 who needs to be in that middle. And the Qatari goalkeeper keeps his hands off the ball. And Mohammad Sanan couldn't get to it. Could have been a better opportunity. As they show the Indian fans who were there. Good to see India having support. I guess we've got even more support than the Qataris, it looks like. Too wide, too long. And they want the ball in their feet. Qataris, they don't want to play, got those chip balls, which some of their players are playing. Three minutes to go in that first 45. Qatar leading 1-0 against India in this qualifier for the AFC U23 Asian Cup. We have to remember, India's never qualified for that competition. That should be a foul on an Indian player from their captain. And Mohammad Surag with a yellow card for that foul. The left attacking winger for Qatar. Oh, yeah, that was a nasty one on Fanai. India try and build up at the back. Oh, careful, Paramveer loses the ball. Has to be careful holding the man. But luckily there is no Qatari. India can clear. But Qatar have the ball back. In their back line. Have to be careful, the Indians. Can't concede a useless, easy goal. As the Qataris play on, that should be a foul given on Namte. Namte covering a lot of ground, as he always does. Yeah. Free kick Qatar, 44th minute. And that's a yellow card for time wasting. Interesting. In the 44th minute against the Qataris. Al-Hajmi Moyal Din, the goal scorer. India with the ball at the back. Harshpalande. Mohammad Sanan has been quiet. Fana to Bikash Yunam. That's a wasted pass. Ball now with the Qatari keeper. Just a few seconds left in that first 45. The half is about to end. Bikash tries to clear it with a header. 3 minutes of added time, says the fourth official. Should be a foul on India. And yeah, India trying their best. Try and build up something before the break. That's the challenge now. Stay in the game. That's the question. Can we build some? Can we create something? That's the challenge for India. That is the real challenge in this half. Ball played to Mohammad Sanan. Running towards the byline, crosses in, and the Qatari keeper has it. That was a good cross for once from Mohammad Sanan. Hasn't seen much attacking action. The man from Jamshedpur FC. Bikash, harsh, had time. Cleared by India, but the Qataris. Ricky plays it to his captain Bikash. Back to Ricky. Ricky under pressure, clears it nice. Mohammad Suhail also had not much of the action today. The Qatari defenders were always online with him. Well, that was not a good ball from Paramveer. Careful. Oh, Paramveer. Just before half time. Yeah, luckily too small a foul. Naushad Moosa. Half-hearted. I think Naushad Moosa will have to think about a different centre-back for the second 45. Because next time Paramveer does a foul, he could be off. And Naushad Moosa will know that as a former defensive player. Qatar is trying to combine forward, clear their lines. Foul from the Qataris. Naushad Moosa wants the players to clear quicker. Yeah, so see, Naushad is not happy. There's a Qatari down. Let's see this once more. Ooh. Paramveer. High hand. Good, the referee hasn't seen that one. Foul given against, or rather for McCarthan. The Qatari head coach showing use your brains. Paramveer living dangerously, in my opinion. And that's the halftime whistle from the match referee. Qatar go into the break with a 1-0 lead. An 18th minute header has given them the lead at the break. Yeah, what's your opinion, guys? Let me know. So far, we've tried our bits and pieces, but we need to create opportunities and chances. Otherwise, this is going to be difficult. for us. Monari is saying, do you think India was over the years got tougher in Qatar won the match? Hassan, those said we played it. No, I don't think. I mean, that one draw 2019 in Doha, right? I happened to be there. Great. Otherwise, even after that in the qualifiers, no, we're not a challenger for Qatar. If underdog team beat bigger team immediately, coach sacked. Your thoughts on that? Well, it can happen, doesn't have to happen, can happen. So therefore happens, right? That's football. It is in football, a lot of things are unpredictable. A lot of things are they happen. Why they happen, why they don't happen. Again, is there a logic to it? Ask Bayer Leverkusen where Erik ten Hag got fired after just 2 match days. So therefore, in certain things, there is no logic, right? For me, that's the main thing. If you're trying to find logic in things, then sometimes it will not work for you because logic is not always, your best friend in these kind of things. For me, that's very, very important if we want to, that happens. And Grimsby Town, of course, that was a shocker. And again, for me, showing the highlights, of course, that Mohamed Suhail attempt very early on. That was a good attempt once again. And otherwise, he was the danger man once more. And so therefore India did have 2 or 3 opportunities, but it is always a question of these few opportunities we're going to get. Are we scoring from them, guys? That's the most important thing. Getting opportunities is one thing, but are we able to score off those opportunities? Because that will decide the fate of a match. And for us, that's the most important thing. I think if I look at today, that we need to, if we can keep it at 1-0 unto 75, 80 minutes and then try and score, that might be good as long as we don't concede another one. Germany loses Slovakia. Yes, terrible game from Germany and deserving loss to Germany, sadly. So therefore, yes. And so therefore, for me, that's the question now. What does India do? How do we build on this first half, which was solid? But again, Qatar is leading, and that's the problem for us. If Qatar is leading in this game, how can we get back into this game? And that's the thing. That was an interesting first half. Chances missed, good attempts, good pressure. Second half, what do you think? I think there was not good pressure. I think we allowed the Qataris to play. We've had few opportunities on counter-attacking moves. And I think that is the one game that works for us. And to me, for me, that's going to be the important thing in the second 45, as I say. Don't concede a second, and then try and get something out of this. What's timestamp now? Chetan, it's half time, so there is no timestamp. So we're in the break. Oh, that was also something that I missed. Ball landing on top of the crossbar for the Qataris. ESPN coverage for this. Okay. Qatar team adjusted well to match after first few minutes. Yes, I would say so. Agree. Rudra, 100%. Qatar players technically better. Again, that was expected, right? For us, this is a game where we have to show heart, where we have to show, fighting spirit, and therefore that's going to be interesting to see what we can do. And very interesting. You're right. We had some decent chances. Hi, Blue. Sorry, one second. I just need to get up once. For me, the most important thing, I think, was if I look at the first 45, we started off good. Mohamed Suhail caused some problems to them, but as Rudra rightly said, the Qataris, after the first few minutes, adjusted their game, got into the game, sorted themselves out, and then once they were in the game, that they needed to think of what they can do, what they will do. and therefore, that's the thing that is there, and therefore that's the most important thing of all. And therefore, yeah, we need to keep playing football, maybe be a little bit more clinical in the few opportunities we get. We will hopefully get 2-3 more. If we can stop Qatar from scoring a second, then it becomes interesting. And then interesting to see what the substitutes can do towards the end. That's going to be another thing, I think, for us. And I feel that's going to be very, very important for us in regard to how we're going to build. But I think decent first half. But again, could have been goals at both ends. Let's see. Apart from the goal, there aren't much clear-cut chances to Qatar. They're taking long shots. Your thoughts? Yeah, again, that's, yeah, you can say that, but they have the ball and they know how to play football. So that would be my fear. Hi, Kumar. What is the reason for Germany losers? Play poor or they underestimated? Well, they played poor. I don't think they underestimated Slovakia. Could do to come into this game. I think we need to continue as this, continue as the way they're playing at the moment, and then try and figure out what we can do, change, and then, as I say, towards the end, maybe try and score. There's fluidity and pace in our game, but we should take care of not giving away ball in crucial areas. Otherwise, they know how to pull the ball in the box and score in the second half now. Yeah, Chetan is a point, but the fluidity is not working really with the wingers. We saw it in the first few minutes. It was then blocked very often by them, so therefore for me, at the moment, we need to be careful. We got a golden opportunity where Qatar gifted the free kick and the pass was soft. Yeah. It's very difficult to see the stream. I think stream is not that good. Kumar, yeah, stream is not working as good. Maybe it's an under 23 match. I don't think the Qataris have had planned at Al-Qas with bandwidth most probably, and therefore it's not working that well. Qatar is not the level I expected. They're not playing bad, but again, yes, this is not the level that we would expect. Awkward bounce in the first goal. No, Chetan, it was headed downwards, and then it's a looping. Sorry, let me show it this way. It's a looping ball, and so let's see what happens. And so therefore for me, that's the thing. Yes, I've watched hockey. All are blaming referees. I felt referee was good. What do we blame the referee for? What did he do? I thought, again, it's a nice thing for Indian football fans to always talk about the referee. And this is the getaway card, right? The referee seems to be our getaway card, and everything is saying, oh, the referee's too late, oh, the referee did this, oh, the referee did that. It's just very, very sad. And I feel, no, the referee, and to me, the referee it's an easy target for us. I feel we're using it as something that is the reason. But what did the referee do wrong today? Can you explain it to me? Women can come instead of McCarthy. What's your take? No, Kumar, I don't think. McCarthy is doing well. Why would you change him at the moment? Can we blame coach alone for results or players' quality matters? Well, it's a combination of coach, players, what are you doing, all those things. Yes. Is Watchalong not like Khalid? Yes, 100%. And Naushad is a good coach at this level because he's worked with a lot of these boys, right? He's worked at Northeast United or at BFC with a lot of these boys, so that helps him. And that's what it is. If we lose, then we're knocked out. Hannibal, not sure, but at the moment I would fear that could be the case, right? So therefore, that is something you know, so, thoughts on Moosa as coach? He's good, as I say. Yeah. Mohamed Sanan fullback is on yellow card. India can play more on his side to make mistake from his side. Yeah, could. We're just not good enough for U23 Asian Cup, says Hannibal. Cavani is a striker where you rate compared to Holland. Really, Holland is better than, yeah. Reality is, if Moosa was national coach, he would have played same as Khalid. Players don't have quality on it, so it is manageable. I don't know if that is your, you know, if that logic for me works, because to me, no. Paran just put 10 past Brunei. Yeah, Blue, that tells you, and also to Rudra, that tells you the quality of Brunei or the lack of quality of Brunei, and therefore that's going to be one of those games where you have to score many goals, and therefore that's going to be very interesting to see. Yeah, interesting is what's going to happen with the stream now, because now we're back into the live stream, which shows the small little stadium in Doha where the game is taking place today, and yeah, let's hope we can get back. They're showing the match stats for now. 10 to 4 fouls, 24 to 19 tackles. Oops, and then suddenly it's gone quickly. And yeah, I don't know what this it is about. And so it's, again, I'm not going to get into those discussions at this moment in time. Yeah, let's keep it. Philippines beat Tajikistan 1-0. Uzbekistan played 2-2 with Kyrgyz. Yeah, interesting results. We need Ayman and Vibhan Mohanan. Shantanu, let's wait and see. Ayman could be an interesting option in the place of Sanan. I think Sanan didn't have the best of first half. Vibhan Mohanan, yeah, but McCarthan gives you a little bit more of an attacking flair. Then the question is, what do you do? I think the question that will now arise also is, can you keep Pramveer, or does Pramveer go off with the second yellow? I think he's very close, and therefore we'll have to wait and see what happens. As our frontline, are our frontline in sync, not according to you, and what do you see the midfield performance for in the fourth? Well, then they're trying, but I felt the Qataris had a few problems in the first 5-7 minutes. Then they adjusted. Mohamed Suhail had that early opportunity where the ball goes over the goal, and after that, the number 3 has done actually quite well. And so therefore for me, yeah. And midfield did okay, but we allowed them a lot of space, which I believe was expected. And now we have to see that we can keep ourselves in the game. And again, we need a goal somehow or the other to try and get something out of this. So yeah, so therefore that's going to be very, very important. As the Qataris make a substitution, number 7 coming on, and yeah, really interesting to see how we adjust in those second 45. It's only 1-0 for Qatar, and therefore for us, everything to play for. And again, if we get somehow a goal, a 1-1, that would be worth a lot for us in this. And once more, the reminder, all of you are watching, if you're liking this stream, what I'm talking about, what we are talking about, do leave a like behind, leave a share behind also, so others can potentially join us before or even now after the game in our discussions. And of course, also, if you're not a subscriber, do subscribe to the channel, be part of the conversation. mention your observations, mention your points, and yeah. Murali, let's keep it to this match, asking a lot of questions which we can answer on other days. Let's focus on the game today and not these generic questions about football. I think Pramveer being shown on the footage, yeah, he's going to be the main man. Let's see what Naushad Moosa really does. Does he keep him on? Does he look at options maybe? That'll be very, very interesting to see what he does. Does Mohamed Sahif, for example, get a look in through Motajaya? So we're not that well equipped with our defensive players as the second half kicks off. And so therefore, it will be very, very interesting to see how we handle this situation as India play from left to right, Qatar play from right to left. And will be very interesting to see how we do in this second 45 as we hopefully can challenge the Qataris. Again, important is not to concede a quick second, stay in the game and try and get a result. That's the challenge now, guys. As the Qataris take a throw in from the right, India have the ball, the last line. Paramveer looking for Mohamed Suhail. Yeah. It's it back, but cleared by the Qataris. Fanai. Yeah, Fanai dispossessed, but throw in for India. That's the problem. You have to release the ball earlier. India trying to combine. Ball with India. Ball played out to Mohamed Suhail on that right, but the Qatari left back, after having initial problems, has improved his game. That should be a foul from McCarthan. Yeah. Trailing leg. Qataris in the back line. And that's a bad pass. Luckily, India can intercept. Maybe they can break now. Ricky could keep it in. Mohamed Suhail beats his marker for once and wins a foul against the Qatari captain. Important to win that foul. 48th minute. India 0, Qatar 1. The referee tells the free kick taker Fanai to wait until he's blown the whistle. Qatar trying to build on a counter. India lose the ball. The Qataris now on the right. Striker's going to take an attempt and misses the target. If FSD really wants to develop and stay in Indian football long term, why they're not building 5-6 Reliance Young Champs Football Academy faster rated on nation scale than AIFF football terminals? Why would the ISL be profitable? Why was that linked with talent development? Your commercial numbers are not linked, and the investment into youth development needs to happen at the clubs, not at Reliance level, I think, Shantanu. Mohamed Sanan can't beat his man. Again, loses the ball. Qatar on the counter. Paramveer has to be careful because he's being charged. And he clears for a throw-in. You have to be careful in these transitions. Mohamed Sanan still on the ground. Seems to be waving at the referee. Let's see. The Qatari, of course, on his foot when he cleared. Harsh Panande, another throw in. Qatar, another, I think I'm going to try a longer one. In the box, cleared, ball back, should be an easy catch for long ball for Sohail, but can't get to it. Qataris with the ball again. Guys, keep it in. Keep it amongst themselves. Half-hearted there from Sanan. Ball played to the left. Into the box. Sahil clears. Bikash. Ricky. For once, India quick in transition. But they lose the ball. Fanai can't stay on his feet. Chance for the Qataris to break. Lucky that they can't because Ricky had moved up. Luckily, a bad forward pass by the Qataris. India play. Mohamed Suhail with the ball. Tries to play into the box. Mohamed Sanan beats his marker. That's a good one. And Mohamed Suhail. Yes, it's 1-1. Goal, Welsian. Goal, Chetan. 1-1. It is once more. Mohamed Suhail. 1-1 for India. That was good. For once, a good cross from Mohamed Sanan. And that was needed. Good one. Early in the second half, Mohamed Suhail with the second goal of the tournament. It is suddenly 1-1. Yeah, the Qataris actually in attack, lose the ball. Mohamed Suhail on the right, plays it across. Parthib misses in the middle. Mohamed Sanan for once beats his marker, puts the ball back far side of the goal, and Mohamed Suhail is there to head it in. Not marked by the left back. And not good keeping by the keeper. Yes. Yeah, they've a good goal. And now it's going to be interesting because now it's interesting to see how the Qataris react. Right? Because Parthib nearly gets to it. Because for them, India getting back into this game means something. Back to Sahil. Interesting now to see how both these teams react. Will India keep its composure, try to play football? Or will they now go for the kill? Mohamed Sanan trying to beat his man. He does beat his man, loses the ball. And the Qataris are trying to play football. Pace picking up in the game now. Nicely done by India. Foul for the Qataris from Fanai. Only 55 minutes played. And that is offside by the Qataris. Game on, says Murali. Blessed Buddha will talk about ISL and Indian football on another day. Let's focus on this game. 1-1 between Qatar and India. As the Indian fans can be seen celebrating behind Naushad Moosa. And this goal has given a new energy to the Indian team, I feel. Careful, Sahil clears the ball. Question is, can we now play with a cool head? Oh, Sanan loses the Suhail loses the ball. Important from here because there were two players behind him. As India is in the game, that's good to see. Qatar seem a little rattled. That's good. Not sure what to do. That's good. India doing a good job. The India under 23s. Qatar have the ball back in midfield. Looking to keep a cool head. Play smart. And who knows what is possible. As the Qataris combine in their back line. Yeah, India doing the press. Qatar combining. 57 plus minutes. Sohail. Partip dispossessed once more. Yeah, the job as an India number 9 in these international matches is not easy. It's easier for the wingers to actually shine than for a real number 9. India putting pressure on their opponents. But Qatar calmly build up. But again, that forward pass by number 5, their centre back. Again, a bad ball. Oh, careful. As India have the ball in the back line. As Qatar have the ball back. Back with their keeper. Here's it long. Yeah, so India has to be careful as the Qataris have the ball. Well done by Fanai. Partip being put under pressure. And the Qataris steal the ball. And that is a foul, I guess, from Harsh Palande. Buddha says this proves that Indian football can achieve, but wouldn't cause it's designed to be that way. Nobody used to say cricket, crazy north, wouldn't accept football if this win. It would become no news. Again, I don't know what the point you're trying to make, Blessed Buddha, with that statement. And there's a substitution. McCarthy is going to come off. Done his job in midfield. Not happy being substituted after 60 minutes. That's always a good sign when a player wants to stay on. McCarthy. And Ayush Chetri comes on for him. Interesting. Ayush Chetri comes on as the Qataris have a free kick from the right. It will be the captain. Into the box. Ooh. Cleared by India. Only a throw-in for the Qataris. The goal scorer amongst those who are lurking. Ooh. Namte had his arms around. Cleared. Back with the Qataris. Ball on the other side. Ooh, Sahil Punya. One-armed collection. The goal scorer was lurking close by. No useless things. Be focused. Be careful. Mohammad Sanan. They're trying to play football. That's good to see. All across. Cleared by the Qataris. Ricky. Back to Bikash. Namte. Ramveer. Looking for Suhail. Finds him. Good first touch. Beats his man. Mohamed Suhail a little too far. Ayush Chetri to Mohamed Suhail. But the Qatari keeper's there. Good idea from Ayush Chetri. And at the other end, the Qatari is trying to. Paramveer intercepts and plays it back to his captain. India is actually better in the second 45 so far. That goal has given them the confidence to try and play football. Sanan. Harsh Palande back to Mohammad Sanan. Sanan. And bad pass from India. The Qataris are trying to. Long range goal was from the left back, but Salpunya takes the ball with his feet. Substitutions for Qatar. Double substitution in the 64th minute. A bit on delay. I'm watching it on the official Alcast stream, so I don't know why I have a delay. The point is, win or lose, it wouldn't move the needle. The corona is a club would only give us disappointment, especially in Northeast gets no funds, big cricket or football. But I don't know what that has to do with this game and whatever you're saying with ISL and all the things. You're interlinking 5, 6, 7 different points and then making an argument. On the left, ball in the center. Bikash, Ramveer, Namte loses the ball. This could be dangerous. Qatar moving forward. Qatar moving forward. And, ooh, I think Paramveer is off. Yeah, it's a penalty. No. I want to see that again. Oh, no. Let's see. I want to see that replay. Oh, soft. Even though he's pulling the jersey, right? He buys it. Yeah, to me, that's a soft pen. Devan, for me, also not enough for a pen. But I said, right? I said that Naushad Moosa will have to take a call on Paramveer because, especially that situation where he uses his elbow on that second instance, which is not given a foul. Too soft. For me, not a pen. Ritam, he was on a yellow, so it was penalty for Qatar, and it's 2-1. Well, are the referees fair when they officiate Qatar? Well, again, we go back to that discussion. Yeah. Can't defend it today. To me, that's not a pen. That's not a sending off. But, yeah, what to say. Right. Yeah. It's turned into a disaster. Yeah. It's not a pen. And then it's also not a sending off. But again, Paramveer was sitting on that edge. Now with 10 men India. It's going to be interesting what Naushad now does. Because you have to be also looking at potentially the goal difference if you lose. To be a foul given, yeah. Do you think this kind of referee accountable because this kind of decision changes outcome? Well, again, it happens sadly around the world, you know. And I go back to the Euros last year, Germany, Spain, Cucurella, you know. So for me, look at the Premier League, Bundesliga discussions of wanting to get rid of VAR. So is that the discussion? I don't know. They were scared of us, so had to do something, says David. Keep going, we're trying. Yeah, David, difficult, right? In this situation. Yeah. I don't think that was a penalty, but again, who am I to say that? And this gives our friends who love conspiracies, of course, a lot of air to all their grievances, right? The problem is that people will, of course, blame FIFA on this. No? There's an AFC competition, so FIFA has nothing to do with the ref. Now let's see what India can do. Again, we can't lose our head. I think that's the most important thing, you know. Qatar now trying to break India, stop them. Interesting that the Qataris are playing so deep. That pass. I don't know. Devan, you're a coach. Do you feel that at this level, generally at under 23, under 20 level, football is not as good as it maybe was 5, 7 years ago? In general, forget India. In what I'm seeing at Asian level, I think during country will be changes. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I think something good, but I generally feel they even if I look at the under 21 Euros here in Europe as well, I felt the quality of football is generally, I don't know. I think under 20 would. I hope so. I do hope so. But the question is, can they take that next step? Will they get game time? I think that's the main thing in the ISL. That's the main thing. I feel overall, football has become so physical that the question then is, good one from Bikash, that it's that the game is overpowered by physicality. It will be a Herculean task now to get equalizer with this added pressure. One man down, any more mistake will be a nail in the coffin. Yeah, well said. In Italy, for example, yes, there are players, but less players like in the past. I have that same feeling in Germany, right? We've been having that discussion. Is mentality, emotions was, I think, the word that Julian Nagelsmann used, that they are technically better, tactically better educated, but there is something special missing. I feel, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old as well, but I have a feeling maybe we can have a discussion on that one day. Yeah. So let's see. Due to many situations, less boys on the street that play regularly, Serie B, a lot of foreign players not using Italian players in Serie A. Oh yeah, same problem here as well, right? If you, we've had this discussion here now at the big German clubs. Would you give a young player a chance, or would you rather take a little bit more of an experienced 22, 23, or maybe even 27, 28-year-old? So that is an issue, I think. Generally in football, as India's trying to build, sorry, just distracted from that discussion Devan and I are having. A forward ball, and Qatari goalkeeper has the ball. Nice chip from Ayush Chhetri forward. Sorry, Ayush Chhetri was the guy charging. Lots of power to agents. Very true, Devan. Do you think India pressing good? Yeah. Second half, Murali, second half, we are the better team. Yeah. So 100%, which is surprising to me, but yeah, what is it? Throw in Qatar, 74th minute. Let's see what India can do. Interesting to see that Mohamed Sanan on that left flank. Can he beat his marker? At least wins a throw-in. Long throw-in now to come from Bikash Jungnam. And India giving them a fight, really impressed by the boys. Gosh. Chance maybe for the Qataris to break. Yeah. 4 against 2. But India getting back quickly. Luckily, bad pass. Ayman needed, says the unknown. Yeah, could be an option. And the Qataris win a throw-in. Parthiv Gogoi, our striker against the captain of the Qataris. Doing the meters. Throw into the Qataris on that left flank. Ball in the middle. Ooh, careful. The Qataris. Good block. I think Harsh Palande. Corner. Important. And they're looking at 2 substitution. I can see Shrikutan. And is Shivaldo behind him? I think it is Shivaldo. Just saw half the man. They're even happy to see Shivaldo, yeah. One of those players who can play, need to step up also. Corner for Qatar. And that should be a goal kick for India. Really interested to see that what the coach now does. Yeah, Shivaldo and Shrikutan. Parthiv Gogoi coming off. And Fanai. So India's risking something. Interesting. Good to see Naushad Moosa again risking something. Because we've been the better team despite now a man down. An undeserving penalty for Qatar. Fanai and Parthiv. Throw in India. And you see in the Qatari faces in the stands, right? They are disappointed at what they're seeing. So India is doing very well. But can we come out of this? Yes, still momentum is good. Should go with it. Exactly, Devon. Again, as long as we don't concede a third, I think this game will be tight till the end. And we maybe get 1 or 2 chances. And then one of them has to be in. Chance for the Qataris to counter. Does the ball stay in? Yes, it does. On that right flank, played into the middle. Needs to clear. Well done from India, but the Qataris have the ball back. And a lot of running for the Indian team to do. Panamway was too aggressive here. Yeah, you need to chill. They are not. I said it at the end of the first half. I thought he needed to substitute him because he was going in too much. And he's used his elbow too much today. So even if there's a 50-50 chance, the referee will show to the spot. Qatar on the right. Have to be careful. Qatar combining nicely right into the middle. Block it, block it, block it, block it. Good save, Sahil Punya. Well, the boys are using up energy to keep the pace and control. The Qataris are same with for the 5 minutes. I'm just worried now. Yeah, well, but still, as Devon said, The momentum is good, and you have to risk it. Again, losing 2-1 or 3-1 doesn't matter. If you can get a 2-2, that increases your chances to qualify for the final round exponentially. And so therefore, they're showing the goal once more from Suhail. That was a good cross from Sanan. And Suhail, no fear, jumps up, good header. And Naushad Moosa can be a very proud coach, because Naushad is doing what he is, and then the penalty. Sahil went into the right corner, but too placed. 81st minute. Another corner for the Qataris, for taking their time now. Someone being treated. Ball into the far corner. Maybe a chance for India to break. Shrikutan. He's got 3-4 Qataris against him. Keeps the ball. Still keeps the ball, Shrikutan. And wins a free kick for India. Well done, Shrikutan. And that's a yellow card for Qatar. Shrikutan did very well to keep and save the ball. Hassan Al-Arab. Could be headed for India. On top of the net by Bikash Yungnam, who's playing a captain's knock. Mohammed Ayman coming on. And is that Mohammed Sahif? Looked like it. Exactly. If we can keep a few more low passes, not to get too defensive, could get some actions. Well done by Naushad. Yeah, Devan. Totally agree. Again, Naushad has that experience with these boys. Luckily, again, the Qataris in their opening, not good enough. Very weird. Some of them play in lower level Spanish football. And this shows you the problem. If you're playing 4th, 5th, 6th tier in Europe, and then you have to play international football, that is not going to be good enough. You have to cut it in your own league or at higher level. Mohammed Sanan on that left flank. Shrikutan doing a good job since coming on. Sanan loses the ball too easy. Qatar with the chance to break. Yes, they keep the ball to the other side, but Ricky and Bikash. Yeah. India in the backline. They need to get the ball forward, but be smart. 84th minute. We've done very well so far. Smart football. Lose the ball again in the build-up, the Qataris. I'm not committing too many men forward. That's the only good thing. But again, keep the ball and play back to their back line. Qatar playing the ball. Offside. Back with India. 85th minute running. India is in the game, one man less, but they are in the game. Mohammed Sanan beats 2, beats 3. Was it a foul? Play on. That should be a foul on Ricky. Yeah, given. And the referee says stop the game. Mohammed Sanan on the ground. Let's see. Gets the ball, but also the leg. Let's see. Yeah, too dangerous. Should be given a foul. Mohamed Suhail is off. Mohamed Ayman on. Yeah, Devan Tumi clear foul as well. Shahif comes on, so a second centre back. Ball forward. The Qataris allow the ball to move out. The referee man says, Simon, yeah, not a good second half for him. I was actually quite happy with this first half performance. Harsh Palande also goes off. So India risking something. Regardless, I'm happy with this mentality. At least the head is in the right direction. Yeah, Simon, that is, I think, the most important thing, that we are playing football and we are giving them a fight. Bikash clears it. And again back with India. Mohamed Ayman on that right flank. And foul given for the Qataris. Against the Qataris, sorry. As the Qataris prepare the next substitution. Alwani goes off. Aloui comes on. And Shahan goes off and Jamshid comes on. Shahan came on in the second half, but off now. Okay, interesting. Free kick India. 88th minute. That's a good ball in. Cleared by the Qataris. Back with the Indians or Mohamed Saif. Long ball forward. Again, the Qataris are clueless in some way. I don't know. This is really bad football from them. Again, India steal the ball. Maybe a chance there. Oh, good clearance there. Even couldn't get to it. A chance for the Qataris now to break on the other end. Shivaldo has to close down his man. Doesn't do that. The Qatari goes through and good tackle. Bika Shunam. Now India with a chance maybe. And Mohamed Sanan, the ball will go. No, it won't go out. But cleared by the Qataris. Back with India. The momentum is with us. Clear it. Shikutan. And the Qataris trying to play. The Qataris win the ball back, but India have the ball back. And this is free for all at the moment. No clarity in the game. Shikutan. The keeper clears. Comes out of his box. And now the 90th minute. The Qataris get the ball back. Play it forward. Back with India, Bikash. Ball out to Ayman on the right, cutting in Mohamed Ayman. Shivaldo, Ayman, they have to be careful. But the Qataris are not really banking on chances. or men. Wants to win a foul, does. The captain once more. And again, the coach again and again showing, use your brains. 5 minutes of added time. Now all the body problems actually show. Yeah, Wesleyan, I think we've got Devon in here. I think Devon could give them a little bit. The Italian side of Devon could give them a little class in that. We need to keep on pressing. You've done very well. Now the goalkeeper is down. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, that was awkward. How he hit the ball. Yeah, that hurts. And that hurts even more when you're leading 2-1. So I guess we've got at least another extra minute. Let's make sure the first goal, that header, bouncing header. And the equalizer, Mohamed Sohail. And then that penalty, which wasn't. It would have been interesting to see India play with 11 men against the Qataris. Because India intercept, maybe a chance. Shrikutan on the left. Shrikutan, can he beat his marker? Yes, he does. Shrikutan into the box. And the Qataris clear for it. Substitution for Qatar. Abdul Aziz Hassan, number 6, coming off. Mwati comes on. Corner for India. 93rd minute. Good ball in. Who's that? Shivaldo. Did he just miss it? No, I thought it was a defender. Yeah, you see the Qataris are tense. 94th minute. They're just banging the ball forward. And India doing better than the Qataris. Sahil. Throw in India. Shrikutan. Mohamed Ayman loses the ball. Ball played forward. It's going to be a throw in India. Back to Sahil. Shahif. Ooh, lucky. Foul given. No. That was clearly played leg, sorry. But took too long. Shivaldo easily dispossessed. The Qataris, luckily they're trying the hard things and not the easy ones. Lose the ball too easy. Mohamed Ayman in the middle. Mohamed Ayman plays to Mohamed Sanan. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Mohamed Sanan, can you get it into the box? Qatar clears for a corner. 95th minute. Corner to be taken by Ayman. That's why I hate football. The other first thing to do. Gulzari, I'm proud of these boys. What they're playing at the moment is very, very good. Ball into the box. No, we don't. Cleared by the Qataris. And cleared now for a throw in for India. We're in the 96th minute. '96th minute. Throw in for the Qataris. And Qatar win. Ah. And you see the way the Qataris are celebrating. That was a real fight. Just let me just, 1 second, let me just put in tweet out. Sorry, let me just put that out. I checked all the permutation combinations. We're not going to qualify. We need 7 points. Yeah, well, that's the point to me. And this game, what if we had 11? But nonetheless, we did not collapse after losing. Well, we were in the second half the better team. In my opinion, India deserved at least a 2-2. And again, yes, if these what ifs, no? I'm just tired of people blaming referees. Nigga just said AFF Football Conversations. Wow. Yeah, what am I going to say? Again, I think Naushad has to take one blame. He should have taken Parambir off at halftime, as I said. To me, it was clear that he will not finish the 90 minutes. And he could have been off just before halftime when he used his elbow on the player and the foul was not given. So if you want to, again, yeah, but what I want to say. Hey, Kumar, India fought well, but yeah, just not enough. Yeah, most likely, I think you need 7 points. What's your thought this on performance? Kumar, we were great. We came out with the right attitude after the break. We put some pressure on the Qataris. Good goal for once. Mohamed Sanan with a very, very good cross, and Mohamed Sohail needed to be there. And yeah, do you feel India made Qatar struggle? Yes, Rudra. Not only that, I thought in the second half we were better. I think overall we were better, and I said this during the live. I felt if I look at the game, and I felt this also in the Bahrain game, but I've also felt this when I watch matches in Europe. I feel that at under 20, 23 and 21 level, football is not getting better at the moment. Right? Everyone is physically fit, technically some capabilities, but overall the game is not as good. Right? That's our opportunity, I guess. But yeah. Any guys that impressed you in this match from our side? Angry Birds, Bikash Jungnam, clearly, captain. So at the back, held it together. I thought Ricky had some problems and Harsh Palande as well sometimes, but overall, those two, even Paramveer, but Paramveer has that attitude. And Fanai, someone you won't see much, but has done a big job, will be, in my opinion, Namte. Even Nixon, the players who came on. Again, Suhail did what he had to do. Sanan, Parthiv had to do a lot of work. Shikutan came on, tried a lot. So, yeah, there's a lot of players who did well today. And, of course, not to forget Sai Punya. Right? There were 2-3 attempts. I think the third one nearly came around the 80-minute mark when they had those 1 or 2 opportunities with Sai. Did well to clear those. So, good team performance. I think that's the most important thing. This team played today, right? Not the first 11, but the team. Do you think the game Qatar did not dominate us the way we think? No, they didn't dominate us. But the first half, they had the ball, but I wouldn't call it domination. The second half, yeah, we were better. Now I really don't know what I should say about Pangvir. Icon Loan, yeah, but that one was bad, you know. But yeah, I said it at halftime. You needed to substitute him. So I sorry, Naushad, but this one is then a little bit on you. Qatari coach and players were scared. They were struggling against us. Yeah, Arunava could be seen. We lost against well-played teams. Esparto. There is a reason these guys are struggling to qualify for FIFA World Cup. Not only Hannibal, that it shows you that a lot of these boys have been playing in 5th, 6th year Spanish football, and that is not going to help you to be top class international. If you want to be top class international football, you have to play in the first, second, third. They are playing at a level of what Jay Gupta or Ishan Pandita have played in the past. That's not going to work, right? It was not penalty. No, it was never a penalty. So to me, no. Sergi, complete cheating. I don't. Again, we will have this discussion again. It was penalty. No, Rudra, I don't think it was a penalty. So yeah. And Nathan, yeah, I don't think it was. Again, Rudra, if you're going to say that everyone is going to, literally stone you from the Indian football fans community because no one wants to hear that. And again, all this conspiracies that was, I would say, yeah, let's see. Can't AFF report these repeated mistakes of referees against us? Yeah, Suraj, they can. What are they going to do? I don't know. What is the AFC going to do? Once again, the Qatari says, Raj, chances are really, really low as few of them are first or second, and they might try for a draw to secure. Yeah, says Manjot. I think the same simply sounds to imagine able to watch due to internet issues. Raj, first half, Qatar had the ball, controlled proceedings, very few chances at both. I think we started off better. Then Qatar took charge, didn't have many chances, scores off that corner with the ball bouncing down and jumping in. So, yeah. Second half, we were better. We scored the equalizer. We're on a good path. Then we have that situation with the penalty, which I don't think was a penalty. Too soft. But we also get sent off. So if it's a penalty, if the referee gives a penalty, he has to give him a card and he's off this way or that way. And yeah, that's the reality. We were better. They won, yeah. So the good thing, most of them are 18, 19. SKN, that's a different discussion. Won't the AFC U23 Asian Cup happen every year? No, Hannibal, every 2 years. We should start paying referees now onwards. Oh, Suraj, don't get into that discussion, right? So do you want me to go into the mistakes that are being done every week? Should Jeremy then say, oh, we should pay the referees because, Kukurea did that handball and VR didn't see it. Look at Chelsea Fulham. So Chelsea paid off Fulham. What happens in the ISL? Oh, Mohun Bagan is paying the refs. Just stop with that BS. It doesn't help you. FIFA and AFC can't see these things. How can India can grow if these things happen again and again? There we should time limit for the constitution. That okay, but they became blind on these issues. Guzari, Are we watching the other games where it's happening or not happening? I don't know. Again, if you make this allegation, please make the allegation. Give them proof. If you don't have proof, again, allegations to make is very easy. Can't even say anything about that because a guy will come now and will say, "Don't blame referee, guys." Oh, Aditya, prove it. You know, people like you love conspiracies. You construe stuff. Again, please prove it, and then we have it. Do you think certain time 20 players play better than senior team? Morally, the level is different. So I don't know if we're going to have that conversation. I don't know, right? Is there any way India can challenge this decision? No. That's the problem, Kunal, no? On-field decision. Here's the scenario from Group A. Jordan defeats as these 2-3 nil, then Turks end up with 6-1 plus 3 from Group B. Japan beats draw. So are we out of... at the moment, it looks like it. Might as well do a horrible challenge, but never touch a guy's shirt inside. Yeah, Pranjal, that's the thing, no? If it was on the other side, we'd be celebrating it. That's what I'm saying, no? Where are these? I don't know. Yeah. That can be penalty, but can't be red. Gulzari, I don't think it was a penalty. That's too soft. We still can go many things need to go away, but still possible. Says Angry Birds. I hope Bahrain beats Qatar. Somehow we score 13 against Brunei. Highly unlikely, but that's the only way. Please, football goes again. Okay. All the blame referees not addressing the real problems. Yeah, that's Indian football. From Group C, anyone? It's not Chelsea, Fulham, and Qatar has been doing this all. Oh, come on, Aditya. Then again, people like you are part of the problem. Grow up. Be a man. Don't be a crybaby, right? People of you are the problem, not the solution. Because you see a conspiracy left, right, and center, right? Everywhere there's a conspiracy, right? You know? Why the double jeopardy? If it's a pen, then he can't get yellow until it's without ball foul. He can, huh? Why can't he get a card? He's given him a straight red, no? Double jeopardy is gone. That's really bad. Stamp referee was awful. I don't want to go into any but still. Yeah, you are doing it already. So I think for the age Angry Birds. We are back to going to combination saga, rig match, India out of 103. We don't call for a C. If I agree Qatar is paid, then we have to agree referees didn't give penalty for 12 rounds. So remember that, two sides of coin. Raj, Afghanistan, Goa against Al Seeb, right? Drazic, Dejan Drazic, right? Do we want to talk about India-Thailand women's? So, not on you, but I was disaster waiting to happen. And this is, again, this for me is a call on Naushad to say, bhai, you should have subbed him off. I'm very clear. To me, he should have been subbed off at halftime. You have Mohamed Sahif in the back of your hand. Play him. Right? You could have avoided the situation. And we didn't. I just have one question on why are these allegations always on some Arab country, Japan, Australia, South Korea, their presentation of world football. I have not seen an allegation against them. Oh, there have been allegations against Australia as well, Mehul. Again, last year saying we don't qualify, says Rushwa. Dada Qatar did the same thing in Asian Cup against Indonesia. That game was proven Indonesia didn't touch Qatar player, but referee gets punished in that game. Because Arab countries are the ones who always do these things. Every time something like this happens, there's going to be an Arab nation as a part of that match. Okay, good. You know, Suraj looks tough. One of the top second place teams to me looks tough at the moment with 6 points. Minimum 14 goals against Brunei. Yeah. And the offense overnight, everyone is wondering. Yeah. India needs to have we need more. Now with the saw the match, I feel we dominated the game overall. Couldn't be more proud of what we've shown. I would say it was consistent with a more leaning good game. Anupam, I think we can agree on that. Yeah. Again, to me, never a penalty. But given, But again, Naushad Moosa has to answer the question, in my opinion. Why didn't you sub him off? Because towards the end of the first, he was very close to a red, right? He did that foul and then he did a second elbow, which was not seen by the ref. So therefore, again, guys, yeah. But again, all these conspiracy theorists will not do that. Was that really red card? Says Rhythm. Yeah, if you're gonna give him, if you're gonna give a penalty, then he has to. Now the further consider claps one or two times in the whole tournament, but for Qatar happens. No, Gusar, it happens regularly. Want to talk about it happening regularly? It happens regularly. I could tell you things with Germany, but I think, but again, but I wouldn't, no? Normally, the winning is different. We need to live as what we have, says Raj. Is Naushad better than Khalid? Kundan, that's again an apple oranges comparison because Naushad has been doing well with youth teams. If you look at his work at BFC, look at also at Northeast United, he's good with that. So, yeah, but Khalid is a senior level coach, so yeah. ADFI is going, so chances see us having a strong chance kind of over for us, says Pranjal. Monsanan played good. Rhythm, I didn't think he played as good as he can play. Yeah, the cross was brilliant. He had one or two other situations, but maybe I've seen more of him for Jamshedpur. Maybe I expect more of him because he is one of the few who's played often in the ISL. But I don't think he's ready for the senior team now. Last and fourth second best team will have 7 points, so lots of top two teams in the other group will play draw with Aja on the last match. Yeah, Chejas, that's the sad scenario. Right, guys. Do you think something in this team looking at senior team condition? Raj, there are two, three factors. This looked good. This looked very good against Bahrain and also today. But I think the level at senior level is a different one. And if I just look at the game against Iran, or if I even think about Iran and think about the Qatar A team, this Qatari under 23s is not good. Bahrain also not good, right? That's good for us. But yeah, there are players in this squad who could maybe in the next year or two transition to be a senior level player. But again, they need to work hard and they need to play a lot of football at club level. So that's a very important thing. Bikash, Suhail, Parthiv ready for senior national team? Parthiv, I don't think so. Suhail needs to do more, but I think he needs could help. Bikash, yes, but Bikash's problem is we've got X number of experience, Let's see. But yeah, coin has two sides. Paramveer was losing the ball to Fricken, was getting physical defenders that might not have been a pen on any other day, but the game was too physical from India. Mehul, that's the point. And he used his elbow too often, right? And again, if it was, did he hit them properly or not? Again, we can have that discussion, right? Because we saw the other day the Bahrainis falling over left, right, and center. But again, if you are on the radar of the ref that you are, and again, there was a contact. For me, not enough. But again, it can be explained. Could Dipendu Vishwas make a difference to it? Yes, Raj. Because he's more experienced than a Paramveer, and I think a Dipendu and a Bikash combo would have been much. Again, Paramveer played well, no doubt about it. But in that, again, if AFF focus on this team like training them in Europe or sharpening the strengths, Rhythm, training in Europe, how, where, it's nice idea. Just clear this for me. Did the ref give him straight red because he thought the player stopped the other from a clear chance of scoring over a tackle from behind? What happened there? Well, then to me, I think scoring opportunity. Again, I would have to revisit that clip to see, but to me, I think it was a scoring opportunity, and that is then a combination where you can allow double punishment, and he was already on a yellow anyway, so potentially could have given him a yellow. Yeah. I noticed the ref have been giving in favor of defensive third consecutive for both India and England to accept penalty tonight. Midfield 50-50 decision was against us. Okay. Interesting, yeah. That's actually true, right? Those penalty situations have actually gone in our favor, be it Afghanistan, be it other competition. Because definitely the player of this team. Yeah, they are known. I would say because Yumnam, again, we talk about Mohamed Salah because he scored 2 goals, but because Yumnam to me is the player who has impressed me the most. And he's for his age, he's mature. So he can be a player. I'm happy and content with today's performance against the overhyped Qatari side. Pretty late here. Good night and take care. Yeah, it is late. Anupam as well. That's why I'll finish it off. I don't think this Qatari side is overhyped. I think the Qataris are quite critical. And today we saw why this team only drew 1-1 against Sri Lanka a few days ago, right? Good game, but do we expect double-digit goal today? No. No. Leave this game even in Liga despite VAR has been in a lot of questions. Raj, again, yeah. You said Premier League, Bundesliga, we're having everywhere this discussion. And I saw locally here, the 6th tier in Germany a few days ago, a situation where there was contact like this, and the referee actually gave the penalty. What I would say it was not enough. And I remember I spoke to the referee, said, listen, if your arm is on the shoulder of the player or you're trying to touch the player and the player goes down, I can give it. And again, for me, no. Again, Rhythm, there's talent in there. It has to be nurtured, right? And again, much criticized RFDL. A lot of these boys are ex-RFDL players, right? So that's also a fact. Subhash, we did well. We played well, and we deserve more. Can we do double J to Zidane? I hope so. Can AIFF do something like they did with Anderson, where they sent them to Stuttgart and played some friendlies with some of them were going to play Asian games? Mehul, the under-70s have been coming here to Germany because of the things that we've done with the Bundesliga and with the DFL. 2023s depends. I think we were not so good, but opponent played bad. Raj, I think that's the summary, but again, no one will listen to that. Again, I said the other day, Bahrain was terrible, and this Qatar is the worst Qatar. That was the worst Bahrain I've seen. Today I've seen the worst. Again, Rhythm, it looks very slim if we get to 6 points. Right. So with that, I'll come to an end. 1 hour and nearly 24 minutes. Like, share, and subscribe. A great game, a fighting game from India tonight against Qatar. We at least deserved a draw, but 10-man India given Qatar a fight. And yeah, that's football. Again, I know a lot of conspiracies now about referees and pays and this and that, but that doesn't change it. And yeah, that's a sad part. But let's see what happens. Good night for this live, and I'll catch you soon. Monday night, certainly live for the India versus Oman game. And as I say, like, share, and subscribe, watch the other videos, and I'll catch you soon. Bye and good night.